Okay, here's the ingredients you're gonna need. This is about 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and I'm just gonna dilute it with 1 teaspoon of water, 1 egg, 1 can of cream-style corn, white pepper powder. I'm using some Mirin, this is optional, sesame oil, rice vinegar, some stock. I'm using chicken stock. You can really use any stock. You can use vegetable stock if you want this to be vegetarian. Some soy sauce. And that's basically it. Oh, and some green onions that I'm going to top off at the end. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start by getting the can of cream-style corn into the pot. And this is a convenience kind of recipe, so it's very easy to do. So, cream-style corn. Then you're going to take your chicken stock. And I'm putting 1.5 cups of soup in there. Okay, give me a mix, the consistency for me. I'll show you what that looks like there. Okay, so I'm just going to get this to a boil and then I'll show you what happens next. Okay, the soup's at a simmer. So now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of mirin. This will just bring it some sweetness. And like I said, this is optional and it really just depends on what's in your pantry. I created the soup just based off of things that I had laying around the house because I don't use canned cream and corn soup. I think I bought it on accident or something like that. So this was kind of my way of putting it to use. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. And that's to taste because that's going to be the salt in your soup. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar. I'll just bring out the flavors and make it so it's not so heavy. And I'm just going to add some white pepper powder to taste. This is actually pretty strong stuff. They use this a lot here in Taiwan, and I really like it. It's a lot more different than I had expected. I just figured it would taste, like pepper, but white pepper specifically has a different kind of flavor to it that's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes for the flavors to combine, and then I'll see you back. Okay, so all those flavors combined, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the tomato, and I just basically quartered it into smaller pieces, and you're going to put that in there as well. And this idea is from the cream-style corn, like the cream corn soup that you would get in Taiwan. I always noticed that they put nice big chunks of tomato in it, so I thought I would give it a try. And this is just the white part of 2 small green onions, and I'm saving the green part for last. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this to a boil and let it cook for, about 8 minutes, and then I will show you how to finish the recipe. Alright, I've been letting this simmer for about, I would say about 8 minutes. So now, bring it up to a bit of a boil. And I just combined the cornstarch with a little bit of water, and I'm going to just put that on in there. That will just help thicken it. And I'm also going to add the sesame oil. Now this is usually to taste because sesame oil has a really strong, nice flavor. I'm going to probably just put about barely a teaspoon in there. Around, and the sesame oil, you just smell right away, and it smells so nice. Okay, so you want this to really be at a boil for the egg part, so here we go. So I have the egg, and I'm just going to mix it Chinese style with a chopstick. Okay, and basically all you do, or what I like to do, is I just slowly stream it in. And now you're gonna wait a few seconds. Don't whisk it yet, because if you want the pieces of the egg, you have to wait a few seconds. And you see the egg starting to form. Okay, at that point, once you see it starting to turn white, you can whisk now. Or not whisk, but stir rather. That way you'll have the egg pieces in there. Because if you just mix it in, like as you're pouring it in, all it's gonna do is thicken the soup, which is nice too, but you're not gonna get any chunks of egg. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my green onions in there, or the tops, the green tops, and I'm gonna top it off with some cilantro, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, so the tomatoes are cooked through, but they're not falling apart completely. That's exactly what you want. Now, this mixture, when I took Taiwanese cooking classes in Taipei, the chef actually gave me this mixture. It's like red chili oil, sesame seeds, Szechuan flour, pepper, just a bunch of amazing ingredients in here. It's very hot, and it's just, if you put a little bit on top, a little goes a very long way, and it looks beautiful. So some of that, and some cilantro, and this is my lunch, and it's gonna be delicious. I hope you give it a try, and I will see you next time.